Looks like Ren and Stimpy. Watching Cheech and Chong.
Hey, you want to get high?
This is Luke and Lewis, Triple M Modern Digital.
Luke and Lewis on Triple M Modern Digital. We are back. Oh, how I have longed to amplify the now and listen to our Ren and Stimpy openers. Luke, I've missed this place.
I know, and I feel like I've been amplifying the past and future for 3 weeks now, and I've been stuck. I'm like, I just want to get back to my preferred time period, which is the present. So it's great to be back.
Yeah, we're back on Modern Digital. We didn't make an announcement about it because we forgot, to be honest.
Oh, we should probably post that on Instagram now.
Yeah, all right, we're going to do that during the song.
Yep.
But,
big show coming up, though. I made an excellent discovery. Well, not an excellent, quite a sad discovery,
just
really,
one
at the
second
doctors
before
this morning.
you start talking about the show, I would just like to say, we've got an amazing show planned for you. Just bring back the excitement that everyone missed.
Right. I felt like we'd already gone on from that, and I'd moved on with already telling people what was coming up, and then you kind of backpedaled a bit, which is not the definition of amplifying the now.
Amplifying the past.
You were.
Jeez, I really need to get back into
Can
practice.
you come back into the present with us? You know what? Let's go to a song. Let's rejig, and then we'll see how we go.
All right, making my way to the present.
But say it louder. You got to amplify.
Making my way to the present now.
Just go to a song.
Luke and Lewis on Triple M Modern Digital. Generation Now.
Yes, obviously, if you're listening to this, you are part of the generation of the present, as stated to you via our new slogan, Generation Now, which have been playing throughout the songs, and we've been absolutely loving.
Oh,
because it's a lot less amplification, but I like that it targets a specific demographic.
They don't need to be as loud anymore because
it's a more targeted
generation is now.
You know what else I think about that slogan, Lewis?
Yeah.
Is that I think it's interesting because it doesn't state what generation. So it's really a matter of you identifying. A baby boomer could be like, no, I'm part of the generation now.
Well, you could look at it like that. So I think I've got two theories, right? Generation now could be... We had a plan to talk about something else. But we're talking about this
that's
now.
gone off the rails. I'd rather discuss this slogan for about 3 to 4 minutes and then just go to another Generation Now theme song.
Banger. All right. So, two theories. First theory, Generation Now is anyone listening to Triple M Modern Digital.
Yes.
So, a lot of Tesla drivers part of Generation Now. Or, my other theory, I think Generation Now could be every single person that is being born currently.
Oh, so it's targeted at literally the youth that were born between 6 to 8.
No, like anyone being currently born.
Right.
Like right now. So a lot of people are
So it's
joining.
very specific slogan.
You're only really Generation Now for about 10 minutes.
I worry that if you're just being born right now, you probably don't own a Tesla yet, and that's not a great marketing campaign.
Not many people, I would think, have a digital radio going, blasting Triple M Modern Digital while their wife's giving birth.
Depends how you'd like to be, Lots of people would do it during their conception.
Luke and Lewis, Triple M Modern Digital.
Lewis, today I went to the doctors, and you might remember...
Wait, the doctors?
The doctor.
Ooh.
You might remember a few months on the show that I came... I was blushing. I came back from an appointment with my eyes, my vision, and I came to the show and said, "Hey, Lewis, I got a hot doc." Yes. And I was a bit flustered at the time, just thinking about my new doc, and then you perhaps made the discovery that the doc was a man.
Yes.
And traditionally, that's not how that's not my preference. But for this guy, I would have made an exception, right?
Right.
Today I went back for my second referral, and the whole way there, I got up a little earlier, did my makeup. It was, I was pretty nervous
because you knew you had the same guy.
Yeah, and my mum came with me this morning.
Why did she come?
Well, because I wanted to introduce him to my parents.
Why, mate? You're just trying to ruin your parents' marriage. They seem very happy together.
I know, that's true.
And you're like, "Hey, Mum, you got to see my doctor."
And Mum,
Dad's not cutting it anymore.
Mum listens to the show.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh, is this the doc?" And I was like, "Yeah, this is the doc." And we get in there, right?
Yeah.
And first impressions, he opens the door, and I went, "Oh no,
what?
He's lost it."
What do you mean?
He's not a hot doc anymore.
Well, are your eyes better? Was he never a hot dog?
No, my eyes have deteriorated, which we did find out today, since February.
Right, so they've gotten worse.
Yes. But I don't think it was my vision. It was, I think he's going through some pretty rough stuff at the moment. He's grown out a beard. Okay, so I'll describe him last time. For those who didn't hear, this doctor was, he had a British accent. He was wearing a suit, had quite a deep voice, firm handshake, confident, and he's a doctor.
Yeah.
Okay, and he had slick back hair. He was very well manicured, man.
Yeah.
The man who I met today.
What does he open the door and he's like got a Kurdish accent,
Well,
big
firstly,
dirty beard.
he opened his mouth and started talking.
Yeah.
I just realized, I think his suit fooled me. He's not British. He doesn't. I think he's Canadian. I realized.
No, I know what you've done. You just talked to a smart person.
Yes.
For like the first time in your life, and you were like, "Oh,
Yeah.
must be British."
He
It's like,
said-
no, they just don't talk like they were raised in Diamond
He
City.
said, he has said words like retina and collagen because he was talking about my eye, and I just went, oh, he's definitely British. He's Canadian, and it's a pretty weak accent. So I did detect an accent, and then he's grown out a beard, which
Not a fan
doesn't really suit him.
Yeah.
And also like I think he just talks kind of weird. He's lost his confidence, and also he wasn't wearing a suit. I think it was like Casual Wednesdays or something. He's
So,
just rocked
really
up wearing a blazer.
Right.
And
You
I
just
was
put
like-
no effort in for your little date.
I just feel like, mate, I went to all this effort. I
Yeah.
talked about you on a national radio show. The least you could do is scrub up for me, you know?
Well, hopefully you'll go blind and you'll never have to see him again.
Yeah. That's true. Hopefully that will be the best case scenario, that I go blind and I don't have to look at his beard. No, but Mum was like really like just
That's the
confused
first time
afterwards.
your mum's seen it.
Yeah, so she was like afterwards, she's like, wait, so was that the guy who you were talking about on the radio show? And I was like, yeah. And she goes, he's not British. And I was like, she goes, I think he's Canadian. And I'm like, yeah, I just worked that out. I got fooled.
Man.
She goes, I think you could tell he had a okay jawline under his beard, but there was nothing special. You talked that up, and I was like, yeah, well, I didn't. Maybe I did a little.
You made him sound like the most attractive man on the planet. I wanted to put a pencil in my eye just so I could set up an appointment. I'm not going to anymore. Thanks to you. Actually, thanks a lot, mate. That's great.
Yeah.
Luke and Lewis. Luke saw something crazy in the news today.
Enlighten me.
Have you ever inhaled your mate?
Like sniffed my friend.
No, not well. There's like smelling your friend. Like if you give them a sniff, you know what they smell like.
Yeah, I rarely smell, sniff, or even inhale extensively around anyone.
Well, I'm not just talking about smelling your friend. I'm talking about like inhaling your friend. Your friend's outside your body, and then you inhale.
Just as a blanket rule, I generally don't have my friends ever inside of me.
That's a good rule to have. I was reading the news, and there's this band from New Zealand, and one of the bandmates passed away, and then this band won an award. So they get up on stage, they won the award, and they were celebrating, talking about it, and then they bring up the bandmate who had passed away. And then they brought up the bandmate's ashes in a little urn.
Like as a tribute?
Yeah, as a tribute to them, and it was really nice. And this is when he said this.
Grant's in here. And thank you to Rachel for bringing Grant. So I think Grant probably always wanted to play on the stage.
So what he does next is...
But even, stop you there, already,
Yeah.
I mean, still rude to Grant. I know Grant's dust. All right, can we all agree? Grant can't play a G chord because he's not around anymore. And that's really sad.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, I get the sentiment, and it's like he's always wanted to be, he should have said be on this stage.
Yeah.
Just said Grant's always wanted to be on this stage.
And now
Great.
he is. Great.
But he cannot play on stage because Grant's not around anymore, mate.
Yeah, but it gets worse, mate, because...
Does it?
Yeah, here's the thing. This is where it should have ended. He should have brought up his little urn, be like, I'm accepting
Yeah,
this
because that is a nice tribute.
Yeah,
That's a
I'm
really nice thing
accepting
to
this
do.
on behalf of Grant, whatever. But then he goes a step further. He undoes Grant's top, takes the lid off
right.
the bottle, and sprinkles it all over the stage.
Oh, no.
And not worse, then the other bandmates start catching Grant as he's falling and throwing it over their shoulders. Old mate grabs Grant, rubs it on his face,
What?
Yep. And while there's all this grant,
Sounds
in the
like
air,
a type of demonic sacrifice,
Yeah.
not a tribute.
but while all this grant is floating around in the air, obviously people are breathing. One of the band members starts coughing, and that's when this happens.
So I think we're going to play a song. Did you inhale, Grant? I told you not to inhale.
What? Don't inhale, your friends.
So, mate, just so you know, in case I just happen to pass away unexpectedly and I
Yeah.
get cremated, I'm not sure where I want to be scattered, but I definitely don't want to be scattered in your lungs.
Yeah, I'm not going to vape you post-death.
Luke, my whole life has changed since this morning.
Yeah.
I went into an ear specialist and I got my ear vacuumed.
Really?
Yeah. Both ears vacuumed by an ear specialist to fix my hearing because I've been dealing with blocked ears for about 2 years.
Really?
Yeah.
2 years.
Yes. And it's something that my girlfriend has been telling me to get it checked because I've had blocked ears for the longest time, to the point where when I get on a flight, my
I've
ears
experienced
don't
this.
pop, so I get pressure in my brain. And I feel the air. I felt the air come out of my eyes instead of my ears.
That's not healthy.
No.
Tell me what you told me before the show.
About when I landed.
Yeah.
Yeah, one time, right? This is about a year ago. This was a year ago, and I was like, nah, I won't get anything checked. I had one of the worst plane
so
experiences where it was landing, there was pressure in my brain. It's some of the worst pain I've ever felt in my life. Like, it feels like you're being tortured, needles in your brain. Get off the plane. My ears have not popped. Nothing's come out of my eyes. It's still in my head, and I'm walking down, and then I just swallowed, and my left ear, air exploded out of it, and I felt wax shoot out of my ear. I felt it like a gun, and all of a sudden I could hear, and I was like, "Oh my Lord, this is crazy."
That was a year ago.
I'm not going to go to a doctor.
A year ago, and then you decided I should finally deal with this situation.
Yeah, so
after waxing,
Well,
that's not normal.
The thing is, I'd tried to fix it. I'd used like ear drops, and I'd gone to a doctor to get it syringed so they shoot water and a solution in your ear, and none of it works. So I was like, I guess I'm just deaf. But then I found this service that has a little ear vacuum, and it's about as big as a needle, and the vacuum's real gentle, and it just sucks everything
So
out.
just fire up the mini Dyson and get in there.
Pretty much.
That's
Because
awesome.
It's like the opposite of every other solution, which is put stuff in and
I don't know
push
how
in.
that would be effective. It would just push things further to your brain.
Yeah. Well, that's what this guy was saying this morning, that most of the solutions people use just make it worse because it goes further in.
Yeah.
The vacuum is the only thing that actually works. And I was skeptical, but I lay down on the bed and he starts vacuuming my ear. Sounds like the weirdest date ever.
It shouldn't be a date.
I
It's
know.
purely medical.
Well, you're the one with the hot doctor.
Yeah, I know.
This guy was like a solid 6, so I knew I could trust him. So he starts vacuuming my ear, and he was shocked. He couldn't even see. He used a microscope, couldn't even see my eardrum. That's how bad it was. He spent 20 minutes on one ear. He told me like he sees 80-year-old patients with collapsed ears that are better than me.
Yeah.
Um,
Like some people still have wax in there from World War II and the Depression, and they're like, mate, what's wrong with your ear? Your
I know.
24-year-old ear.
Yeah, and man, he was showing me stuff coming out of my ear that I was like, are you sure that's wax? Is that my brain? What's that? I've never seen it before. But anyway,
And now are you hearing clearer?
man, it's so different. I feel like I've got super hearing. I went home and I was like, had no idea that the fridge makes a noise. Like just a little, not like a broken noise, just a
Yeah.
fridge noise. I had no idea that fridges made noise. The other, I think I've got better hearing.
So I've felt really self-conscious all afternoon because you've been flaunting this new superhuman hearing of yours. You're like, can you hear that? Can you hear that? And I've been like, no, I can't. And now I feel like I need my ears vacuumed.
Well, the biggest,
But I knew that fridges make noise. So
yeah.
maybe
Well, the
that's fine.
biggest example of this was we were doing a little interview
Yeah.
for the radio station, and the guy was wearing headphones and we had microphones on, and I all of a sudden started hearing an echo of my voice. And I was
Yeah.
like, what's that noise? No one else could hear it. And then we worked out that I could hear the noise coming out of the other guy's headphones.
You're like a dog.
And he was
now.
like 2 meters away from me. I can hear everything. This is crazy.
Yeah.
So I think what we should do, Luke, is we should do a bit of a hearing test.
Yep.
Mike's got a list of random
Well, do you want to do it
words.
after the song now? I feel like we should do it after the song.
After the song?
Yeah.
All right. Luke and Lewis on Triple M Modern Digital, amplifying all sounds at all times. For me, actually. Just got my ears cleaned.
Yeah.
I got my ears, not just cleaned, Luke, vacuumed.
Is that why you got them vacuumed? So you could come in today, first show back in a month, and really amplify the now?
Just
And
wanted to
hear the
amplify-
amplification?
Just amplify everything. Amplify the current, I haven't heard anything from the past, nothing from the future. The only
Right.
thing I'm hearing is stuff that I'm currently hearing. So exactly what the doctor ordered. Scratch that. Exactly what the patient ordered.
Just go. So we're doing it. No, I meant Mike. Mike thought I was quitting the show then. Mike just gave me the highest eyebrows, like, oh my God.
No.
I was pointing at the computer because I was like, are you looking at me
No,
to do the joke
I was
alarm?
saying to Lewis, just go
I
on
was
with your
going to sound the
segment.
joke alarm, but I know
I did deserve it, but
Oh,
the-
you think that was a joke alarm moment?
for
Yeah,
sure.
but I
But
know
the moment's passed
I don't
now.
like doing it without permission. So
Hey, guy, we've never done a prolonged...
No,
joke
that's not how
alarm.
the joke alarm works. It's in the moment.
Do you still remember how bad that joke was?
Do you want me to say
Are you
it
still
again?
thinking about it?
Do you want me to say it again?
I don't even remember.
Say
what
it again.
was.
All right. Just what the doctor ordered. Scratch that. Just what the patient ordered.
Wow! Amazing joke!
Thanks for bringing that one to the show.
Definitely worth saying!
Can I give a bit of constructive feedback on that?
No.
Much better in the moment.
I don't think it's ever good. That's the point of the alarm. Because other
Punishment.
shows would try and skip over bad content and bad radio.
We just amplify
Instead, we devised a way to really highlight it
Yeah.
and bring it to the attention of our listeners.
Well, what else are we going to highlight, really?
All right. So we're playing a game to test your super
Yeah,
hearing.
because I got my ears vacuumed, and from the moment he said done, I could just hear everything. But we wanted to test because, Luke, now you're self-conscious about your ears
Yes.
because I'm hearing things that you're not.
Yeah, before the show, you're like, you hear that? And I don't know if you're still messing with me. And I was like, no, what? Have you what?
Yeah, I can
And-
just hear a whole bunch of things. And so what we thought is to test this, we've got Radio Mike.
You probably could hear me crying in the corner.
We've got Radio Mike to write down a few random words just jumbled up in a few sentences. He's going to face away from us.
It's called the whisper test.
Yes.
This is the only way we could work out how to do it, where you guys could hear what the test was,
Yeah.
but we couldn't. So we take off our headphones. We wear headphones when we do the radio show so we can hear what goes to where,
Mm-hmm.
sound effects and stuff that play. We take off our headphones.
Yep.
Mike's going to turn around, whisper a random sentence,
Mm-hmm.
and we're both the same distance, equally away from Mike.
Can't lip read, so
we can't
and
lip
it's
read.
also a random sentence, so we can't guess the start of it
Yeah.
and make out the end.
We've told him to make it weird, and I guess we have to then say what we each take it in turns and saying
Yep.
what we think Mike said, because
Alright.
we could only we tested it. I can only faintly hear what you're saying, but I don't know. I think you're too confident.
Yeah, okay. I'm taking my headphones off now. Radio Mike, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
All
I'm going
right.
to bump my mic up so it will come through all right.
Put your
Here we go.
headphones on the table.
Oh yeah, on the
I
table.
don't trust
yeah,
you.
I'll be able to hear. I can hear headphones
I
that
know.
other people are
Turn
wearing
your
at the
headphones
moment.
down.
Right, turn
I don't even
it
trust
down.
you at all.
All right, my
Okay.
volume's down. Okay,
All right.
turn around, Mike.
Here we go.
Let
Here's
us know
number
when
one.
you're doing it.
Ready?
Yeah,
Magic shopkeeper recipe.
got it.
I think I got
Magic
it too.
shopkeeper recipe.
Yeah, that's what I got too.
Got it.
You
Okay.
need to whisper
Thought it would be
quieter.
a bit harder than that.
Turn your mic up and really whisper quietly.
Yeah.
all right, my mic's up fully.
And
All
also,
right.
pretty obvious that you'd
And
start off with
don't look
magic
at him either.
shopkeeper recipe.
Look at me,
Okay.
Luke.
Don't worry, I'm a toothbrush.
That just sounded like you were speaking parcel tongue.
Yeah, I didn't get that one either.
Do you want one more? Do you want to
Do
do it
one
again?
more,
I'll
do
do it
one more.
again. Don't worry, I'm a toothbrush.
Don't worry, I'm a toothbrush.
I think you said don't believe in fairies. No, fairies isn't right. Don't believe in
Don't worry.
boot camp.
Don't worry, I'm a something.
All right, it's correct, but the correct button has stopped working on the computer.
got it.
It's all right. I can't hear it. I got my headphones on.
Did I get it?
Yeah, you got it.
Oh!
Really?
okay.
What was it?
Don't worry, I'm a toothbrush.
Don't worry, I'm a toothbrush.
don't believe in a boot camp.
Sorry, mate.
Okay, do one more.
Dude, I
This
feel
is the
so
final
self-conscious
decider.
right now. I really wish you hadn't have done this.
Have you got one more, Mike? Don't worry about the dings.
I've
You
got
just give
one
us
more.
You just
Hang
say ding or
I
cross.
just want to unblock my ears.
He's got his fingers in his ears.
Like it's
now.
going to help.
All right, go.
Amplify the now.
Amplify the now. Did you get it, Luke?
No, I feel like really self-conscious now.
told
You have super hearing.
That's
I've got-
actually crazy. Did you not hear
Not
it?
at all.
Wow.
I'm gonna go book an appointment with this ear doctor. Dude, I'm going blind, and now I hope he's hot.
You know, I didn't look up, but man, he sounded very sultry. This is Luke and Lewis featuring Super Hearing. This brings us to the end of the show, ladies and gentlemen. How do you feel about your first day back at Triple M Modern Digital, Luke?
So what?
I said, how do you... Sorry, turn up your headphones.
Okay.
All right, you ready? How do you feel about your first day back, Mr.
See,
Kitchell?
hang on. I know we're joking, but I only just heard the music. Man, dude, I'm so self-conscious. I don't think I can hear properly.
Well, yeah.
I'm scared. You've honestly come in today with your super hearing, you're flaunting it around the
Well,
place.
that's the thing. I had no idea how deaf I was until this
You know why?
morning.
Because we were probably just both yelling at each other for
Yeah.
months.
I know.
And now
Sorry,
you're
can you just
speaking.
turn it down a bit? I'm going to turn my headphones down. You're a bit too loud
Sorry.
for me, mate. Give me a headache.
Man.
You know what? I need a bit of a break, actually. Let's stop the show until tomorrow.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. All right. Luke and Lewis, Amplify the Now, Triple M Modern Digital.